renting a yacht and partying out in the sea is cheaper than going out probably bars or the restaurants. That's very expensive. I started the brand with my own money. When you're 22, 21, you don't like the taste of alcohol. You need to mix it with Coke, you need to mix it with Sprite, just to evaporate the taste of alcohol from the drink. Me and Nishchay were roommates for 4 years in college. We went to college together and our fathers were very good friends.
This is in SPGen, Dubai and Singapore.
Yeah. First year was in Singapore, second was in Dubai, third was under COVID, and fourth, Australia wasn't opening up. So we said, please give us Dubai at least. We don't want to sit at home. So they gave us Dubai.
And the idea came up by the fourth year.
It's the fourth year. Some days the mixers would run out,
Right.
glasses would run out, and in the middle of the ocean, what will you get? There's nothing. So that created an idea, ki why don't we do something in the cocktail mixer space? And we want to solve the problem. We are at approximately more than 1,000 stores,
Physical stores.
physical stores.
So today's episode is very special, not just because you have a very special guest, but also a co-host, Dishant, who's a very good friend of Ronak, who will be there alongside the journey that we'll get to know today. Welcome, Dishant. Welcome, Ronak.
Thank you for having us.
So please.
So today we're going to be mostly focusing on a cocktail mixing brand called TopCan that my dear friend Ronak has recently launched. It's been a couple of months now, Ronak?
In markets where it's been a year,
It's been a year.
but 6 months of piloting, and before that 2 years of R&D.
So tell us what was the need for you to launch a brand like TopCan in a country like India where most people I think prefer having raw whiskey, right?
TopCan actually originated in Dubai.
Okay,
So what happened was, me and my co-partner,
right.
our fathers are childhood friends.
Okay.
So eventually we became friends, went to college together. We were on a yacht in Dubai. So basically, buying a yacht, renting a yacht and partying out in the sea is cheaper than going out in the probably bars or the restaurants. That's very expensive.
Acha.
So eventually, after a while, like 2-3 hours into the vibe, we realized some days some glasses were off. Some days the mixers would run out,
Right.
glasses would run out, and in the middle of the ocean, what will you get? There's nothing. So that created an idea, ki why don't we do something in the cocktail mixer space and probably make it more convenient for consumers to, drink it anywhere on the go. So we developed a technology. I mean, innovation is not always tech.
Right.
It's sometimes very.
Consumer related
Yeah.
innovation.
So we made a can which could turn into a glass. Meaning, unlike a normal beverage lid which opens half an inch just for you to sip the drink, the whole circle of our lid comes off.
Right.
And again, we were filling it only 75%. But if you have a 330 ml can, we're only filling it up to 75%, which is 250 ml.
Okay.
And with nitro dosing it on top so that the drink stays fresh, even though with the space on top. And when you open the can, you probably have a top-up space. Mixers I didn't get because it's probably an alcohol.
Oh, so this is like a
This is an RTD. So this is something we've recently launched.
okay.
So
So this does not require alcohol.
this does not require. It's a ginger ale. Matlab, you can. It's
But
up
like-
to
You can drink it without mixing an alcoholic beverage.
Yes, but we launched 5 flavors, and currently we launched 3 again: a ginger ale, soda, and a tonic. Our ginger ale comes with caffeine,
Okay.
which is an imported flavor, and our tonic is 0 cal, which is probably very few in India with the same taste. That's what we want to pilot on. And again, if we want to do something, we want to do something unique, because TopCan as mixers was something very unique in the market to launch with. So we thought, why don't we do something which helps Horeca or the consumers? So we again developed a lid that preserves your carbonation for up to 2 days in the can.
Okay.
So unlike a normal soda can or a bottle, you open it. Any brand you take, small 250 ml, 330 ml. I'm not talking about the big 1 liter bottles one. If you open the can, pour it in half, keep the can aside at the table for you to come make a second drink. The drink goes flat. The tonic, the soda, or the ginger ale goes flat.
Bilkul.
The carbonation leaves the can. So we developed a lid. You pour in your drink, cover it up with the cap, come back after 2 days, the carbonation will still be intact.
So there is a lot of innovation in your product.
Yeah, if you want to do something unique.
Right.
Like, how was the hustle behind it? Like, did you find the vendors of it easily, or how did that go about?
Uh, if you see, all the big players in cans are very big players. Talk about Coke, talk about Pepsi, there, and to cater to that demand, the industries are also very huge. So I'll tell you, when we wanted to get this developed, once uh, we called up a few companies, emailed them a few companies, probably one from Germany, one in Thailand, in India, Australia even. Only one catered to our demand, saying even if we developed this for you, which will cost you for development, but our MOQ for a starter pack will be 10 million pieces.
Crazy.
Like, I am here thinking that I have 20-25 lakhs of money saved up, that I want to start venture into a beverage consumer brand,
Right.
and you asked me to place an order for 10 million pieces. So we dropped the idea after 6-7 months into it. Yeah, it's not going to happen. We're not as big, and we can't develop this technology on our own. But eventually, what happened was there was one small vendor. Again, I'll tell you this: Guinness, 15 years ago, in Germany, made a can. Earlier, beer was served in glasses.
Right.
In Germany, but eventually it started coming in cans for it to be sold more in the refrigerators, accessibility, all those factors. But people weren't liking it because the feel of having a beer in a glass is something different. So they came up with this concept, taking the full lid out, giving the user a glass experience. We read an article. Someone from the beverage industry told us. We were connected to a lot of beverage industries. Someone just sent me that link. You see, what you would want to do, this has already happened before. I said, wow. We started connecting a lot of people from the beer industry. What happened with this? What happened with this? They closed it down after a year or two. It didn't work well. Where's the machinery that made that lid? They said, we sold it to someone in China. I said, let's go to China. What is the vendor's name? We went to China, contacted the vendor, we sold to someone in Thailand. So we're talking 20 years ago. So the machinery went on shifting, developing and shifting. Because with that machinery, you can build a lot of things as well. The normal lids, the different types of lids. So we went to Thailand. So we were talking before that I was in Thailand for 15 days. 3 days I was at work. Figuring out. I was on the vendor's head. I want this. He said, I sold to someone in Australia.
Okay.
And at last, the Australian vendor said, I sold to someone in China. So we went to that vendor. He gave me an MOK of 5 lakh pieces. That is workable. Please send me that lid. Our first batch of cans in the market leaked.
So currently there are two products that I'm looking at. एक तो आपका हो गया जो mixer, and there is a can in itself is also a product that you're importing from China, right?
No, we're not importing the cans from China. We're just importing the lids from China.
Okay.
Lids as in these?
No, the aluminum lids which goes on top.
Acha, okay.
The can comes in two parts. One, if a can is in a cylinder shape, the upper lid you have to buy it from. You get it from the vendor. Okay. But we didn't get that lid because we didn't want that lid. We wanted something else. So we just got the shell of the can. We got the lid from China. We got sleeves from somewhere else. And we jointed it at a very, now a friend, a good beverage company called Sip and Solutions back in the day. They were a very small beverage startup again. Sip Cocktails. They started the cocktail mixer brand as only. But the only difference was they put in their own production. So when he went in for help, he please produce for us as well. They were they're still young, approximately the same age. So they were quite keen on that idea that this is something different. We want to work with you. They were contract manufacturers for us. So they took a lot of risk on their machinery, and we took a lot of risk on the monetary terms. Okay, let's make this synergy happen. So a lot of failed tries because, when you leave oxygen in the can, the drink goes bad
Right.
after a month because of oxidation.
So currently you're self-funded? Your company is self-funded, or are you looking for external funding?
We bootstrapped currently.
Okay.
We're currently bootstrapped. I started the brand with my own money.
Right.
Once I saved on my 4 years of education.
Okay.
I was doing odd jobs in Singapore. We went to Singapore for the first year. I won the scholarship. I remember my first job was in Andaz at Orchard Street, near Orchard Street, where my only work for the first day was to clean up glasses.
Right.
And the glasses had to be spick and span because it was a upper luxury 5-star hotel.
Right.
So I cleaned 480 glasses that day. For 8 hours and I got $80 for it. So $10 an hour is a lot.
Right.
So they're working, and there were brokers that, gave you that jobs on a constant basis on WhatsApp. So a lot of our students who came from different countries didn't have much financial background. I might have had the background, but to earn your own money,
there's a different kick.
it's a different thing. And that, after working for 2 months, we went to Indonesia. And that spent, I still remember it. I bought my father also something. I bought my mother also a jacket. Not a super dry jacket, not anything expensive. But it's still, they framed it and kept it. Mere bete ka pehla kamai ka jacket hai. They still wear it sometimes.
Emotional moment for the entire family. So we can say that TopCan is a Guwahati-based brand today, right?
Yeah, yes. The head office in Guwahati. If you read on the back of the label, it says TopCan Beverages, Gaurav Bhavan, 3rd floor, D. Newport, Guwahati, Assam. And I made sure that happens. It is I have offices in Delhi currently. I have GST registrations in Bombay. I have GST registrations in Gurgaon. But I wanted, and having Gurgaon as an office on the back of your can improves your,
brand visibility
or an image कि भाई मेरा एक office गुड़गांव में. But I said no. I wanted it to be Guwahati, Assam. Pretty clear. Even though my partner is from Ludhiana,
right,
I said no. It has to be Guwahati, Assam.
Speaking of the partnership, how did that
Right.
work? Like, how did the both of you come on the same page of doing this?
So again, me and Nishchay were roommates for 4 years in college.
Okay.
Because we went to college together, and our fathers were very good friends since the very start. And
this is in SPGen, Dubai and Singapore.
yeah, it was a global course. A year in Singapore, a year in Dubai, 2 years in Australia. That was the course. But COVID gave us a full turnaround of the course. First year was in Singapore, second was in Dubai, third was under COVID, and fourth, Australia wasn't opening up. So we said, please give us Dubai at least. We don't want to sit at home. So they gave us Dubai. So it was 1 year in Singapore and 2 years in Dubai, eventually.
And the idea came up by the 4th year of college.
Yes, the 4th year. First 3 years, you don't realize where your time goes in college. College is a roller coaster for. I wish that time could come back, but it's a roller coaster.
For most people, it's not just 2 years; it's the entire college journey that just goes by.
See, so again, we loved experimenting new places. We loved experimenting, going to, drinking something which was out of the blue. I'm not talking about cocktails, I'm talking about anything. We are beverage enthusiasts. And we both knew the difference of what a Indian Pepsi or a Dubai Pepsi is.
Right.
So, and what does Pepsi in UK taste like? What does Pepsi in US taste like? And trust me, the cola in the US tastes nothing like what it does in India.
Okay.
It's something very different. It's something more refreshing. Probably a temperature plays a lot of a big part in the taste. But we realized we liked beverages, and with that, we were the only ones mixing aage piche on the yachts, or at homes as well, at house parties as well. So we thought, why don't we make something? Let's see if we can try it. Because at that time, Jimmy's cocktail was coming up.
Right.
After COVID. So that why don't we start something which gives us a good boost? If the cocktail mixer space is coming up, let's go into a cocktail mixer space.
Right.
Again, it had to be something different.
Hmm.
And luckily, on the next week yacht party, I think the glasses got over. The Sprites, the Cokes, the waters, that's all you get.
Hmm.
The Sprite, the Cokes, the water, all got over. Red Bull was way ahead of the budget. We couldn't spend on Red Bulls. So thought, and after a while, people didn't want to drink uh, straight up from the bottle. Because people don't drink straight up from the bottle.
Hmm.
When you're 22, 21, you don't like the taste of alcohol. You need to mix it with Coke, you need to mix it with Sprite,
Hmm.
just to evaporate the taste of alcohol from the drink. So there was an idea, कि ठीक है, cocktail mixer is something you want to do, and you want to solve a problem.
As you also mentioned that you funded it by yourself. So was it just the course that you did in Singapore, or was it something else as well? The money that you funded it with?
That's a very interesting story. We saved up a lot of money,
Hmm.
half of which we spent on tours, buying stuff, new money. And during COVID, I started a hydroponic farm with my friends.
Okay.
So I saw the trend for, organic quality items like lettuce or bell peppers or zucchinis,
Hmm.
basil, thyme that we all grew. Me and my two other friends were very childhood friends from Guwahati. We said, let's do something. Eventually, it was just, we were so stuck up at home that we just wanted to go out and just do something.
Right.
Our parents won't allow us to chill,
Hmm.
go during COVID times and chill together. I said, no, we have to see if we start a business. We just wanted an idea. We just wanted someone to validate the idea. It's a good idea.
Hmm.
We were young kids, 20.
Hmm.
All stories next up. We started a hydroponic farm. We cut our own PVC pipes. We drilled we drilled our own holes on the pipes with our own driller machine, and we set it up on our own with the angles, with the measurements, with everything, with no knowledge on hydroponics. We just set it up, all the netting and all. So you will be surprised if a lettuce grows to 100%, we were achieving 70%.
Okay.
Obviously, we also hired someone in the horticulture department to help us, to guide us. We didn't hire him.
This is again in Assam.
Yeah, in Assam, in Sonapur. So we just told him, sir, please advise us. How do we take it forward? So he told us the right nutrients, the right timing, the right cooling timings, water timings. How do you have to do? What do you have to do? So we did all that, and we started churning out a bit of money there.
Hmm.
We were selling lettuce at $350 for 100 grams and $500 for 250 grams, which
Okay.
was 7-8x what the market price was.
Hmm.
And people started taking it. But eventually, COVID
Okay.
went away. I had to go back to college.
Hmm.
We had to shut it all down. But we ended up in a fair amount of money.
Hmm.
We invested 5, and after giving my dad back 5, I took home 2-3.
Okay.
2-3 lakhs only. It was a lot of money for me. I'd never seen something more than 10,000-15,000 at that time.
Hmm. Almost 50% return.
Yeah.
And then someone of my friend says he used to invest in markets
Hmm.
and get potentially good returns.
Hmm.
Said, why don't we do that? There's a friend of mine from Panipat. He said, take my 2. Let's see what happens.
Hmm.
And eventually those 2 turned into fueling my Dubai expenses. I didn't take a dime from that. Turned into fueling my Dubai expenses, my housing expenses, my 4th term fee, and all my lavish expenses
Hmm.
in Dubai. Because suddenly, with heat trading options and being so good at it,
Hmm.
we ended up with a lot of money.
Right.
But again, the worst day of my life, it was around February 12th to 13th. We were invested in USD,
Hmm.
and the president just announced, the US just announced inflation raat ko 1:30 baje, and the whole thing came crashing down. We lost it all.
Right.
I think me and Sukrit together must have lost 1.5 crore. I was
Crazy.
22.
That's
Lost it all. And thought, shit. रात को 1:30 बज रहे होंगे.
Hmm.
सुकृत का फोन आया, आई एम स्टिल चेकिंग, सुकृत का फोन आया कि भाई ये हो गया, आई एम मॉनिटरिंग व्हाट इज हैपनिंग. बट फॉरेक्स में क्या होता है ना, इफ योर बैलेंस कीप्स कमिंग डाउन, it keeps going from your bucket. मतलब first options or something क्या होता है, you have a limit. That if you put in 10, you lose 10.
Right.
But in forex, what is the scene? You leveraged 100 times your money.
Right.
So if we had 10 lakh, a lakh rupees, we can leverage up to a crore. And if you're making a loss,
so you have to match up. You have to invest that much amount. Really.
Yeah.
By cash.
By cash.
And what if you fail to do so?
No, you had to. Otherwise, it would get, your balance would go to zero and your trade would square off. I'm not a technical trader, but he was. He said, "भाई ऐसा होता है, इतने थे, बैलेंस 4 लाख रुपए, क्या करना है?" I said, I was shaking. I had the worst panic attack that day because I had a lot of dreams I wanted to do. My TopCan was due with this. But again, I had
This is pre-TopCan.
Pre-TopCan in Dubai, in college, last year of college. March was my graduation day. Ki April I go, I start TopCan with the amount of money I have. But again, then I started selling off my things that I did. All the Louis or the Gucci's I bought. So there's a secondary market in Dubai. I got a fair bit of money, 10-15 lakhs. And then again I started trading. I was confident in my trading. That was forex trading. I started equity trading with some good guidance on my back. Gave me a fair bit of returns in a year because, I thought it will be easy to start TopCan, but it was not. The R&D, the concept, it took us a lot of time. So I thought, पैसा तो भी लग ही नहीं रहा, market में लगाते रहो. So eventually that grew up to 20-25. And that is the amount of money I invested in.
25 lakh se start kiya.
Initially, and that was all yours, like.
That was all mine.
This is combined that you and your partner put in.
That's my share. Nishchay also did a fair bit of odd jobs.
Okay.
With me. If I went somewhere else, we try to get the same jobs at the same places, but you never get it. He used to go someplace else. I used to go someplace else. So that's how people make their money there.
Right.
That's how. How much can your parents give you? The basic fooding, the basic household.
How big is the market? Like, in your opinion, how big is this ready-mix beverage market in India currently? Like, in Europe, people usually drink in the streets. Like you said, the culture of beer in a can, it sprung up in Germany.
Right.
Because they have that culture. They drink in the streets. They have their festivals where they can drink openly. And there are no legal sanctions on that. In India, you're not allowed to do that. So given the legal restrictions that you have in terms of consuming alcohol in public spaces, how big is this market? And what age are you, is the most fundamental catering business target market for you? Yes.
So Dishant, I think the last report which I read a year ago, the fresh cocktail market which you get in restaurants was upping towards a $3 billion market in India. The ones you probably go out, have in a bar. And stats say that 95% of the consumption happens at home.
Acha.
Indian stats say that 95% of the consumption happens at home.
There's a big gap.
Yeah, there's a big gap. No, you're actually seeing people who are drinking cocktails outside, but probably the same people who come into the category of having alcohol at home.
Okay.
But not having cocktails at home because they're not accessible.
Right.
But 95% of the Indian liquor consumption happens at home. I'll not be surprised if it's even more. So, what options do you have at home?
Reason being, it's cheaper at home?
Probably, yeah. How many times have you drunk? I have drunk at home rather than drinking outside.
Right.
Even in colleges. When you see that consumption at home, what do you drink it with? That's water, Coke. Everything is a mixer. tonic, whatever you choose. So there is the market. It's not a standing market, but it's a market you have to build. You just have to show people that this is an alternative you can use
Right.
for what you're already doing.
Hmm.
So if 95% of people drink at home,
Right.
the TG is huge.
Hmm.
You just have to educate people too. And it's not like I'm giving you a concept. You can just, if you're at home and probably you're 30 and you don't like what young kids do, you can pour it on. You can pour it on the glass. It's as easy, but it's just that you have an option.
What was it like when you pitched it to your parents? Like how like how did they react to it when you first pitched it to them?
So my father is an industrialist and he's always anti-alcohol.
Acha.
Yeah. So I'll tell you an example. So he thought alcohol destroys lives.
Right.
And he's right because he's come up from a small town in Jorabat.
Right.
Where all the liquor shops were there. And he's seen people to, make
Give away their
lifestyle with
assets.
alcohol. Okay? And so he was very anti about it. Anti about me drinking also. But eventually, as life moves on, he knows everyone is not, it's always on the upbringing as well. But even when he was making Novotel, he was seeking an option with Accor. Can we have a hotel without a bar?
Right.
Because I didn't want to serve alcohol. But eventually, he believes a lot of this. Some people advised him, his pundits and all, who he asked them, they said, you're opening a 5-star hotel. You're serving premium liquor. There is no one who comes there to destroy his life with alcohol. They come to enjoy.
For those of who are not aware about who Uncle is, can you give us a very brief introduction on who he is and like his hospitality businesses?
So my father is an industrialist.
Right.
And he's into various industries, starting from hospitality to manufacturing of ethanol, cement. He co-packs for PepsiCo. We as a group co-pack for PepsiCo as well, and a few other industries here and there, small. But a recent fuel up is our ethanol industry, which we put up for the government under the petrol blending scheme for the government. That is what we put up, and we're optimistic in that. I sometimes help him also in the business.
Okay.
And he's grown from nothing. He's grown from nothing. I remember he telling me that his father had 1,000 rupees in the bank at 1989 or something. I don't remember. Said I asked my father for that money. I want to start something. He started with that $1,000. All he did was supply to HPC. If you remember, there was HPC back in those days,
yes.
Jagi Road, where a new Tata Semiconductor plant is coming up.
Right.
That place holds a lot of value in him because that is the place that's built him for many years. And he started that small. He remembers having a thatched house and a family of 15 living in the one thatched house. His father, my Dadaji, towing atta, maida, suji from Jorabat to Guwahati for a few bucks by himself on a cart from Jorabat to Guwahati. That's 15 kilometers. So he's seen that struggle and he's come from where he is. He's done well, I think. He's done pretty well. And I respect him. He's probably my role model. Hence my vision of making my own path.
Comes from your dad.
Yeah. That it is very easy. Go into the office, ask for a cabin, sit down. Ask for a cup of tea whenever you want and leave at 6 o'clock, enjoy. I wanted to prove that I'm valuable for his business. I want to prove myself first. Am I valuable to the business? Can I contribute something to the business? Because if I come, I want to make it grow. And to make it grow, I have to learn and probably make my own footprints. So I told Dad, see, I will help you as much as I can. But I said, what can I even help you?
Right.
I will learn from you as much as I can
Hmm.
and probably give you some inputs that I have in my mind
Hmm.
that you can probably, consider it and do whatever you want with it. But I want to do something of my own.
Hmm.
He said, what do you want to do? I said, I want to do something in the beverage space.
Hmm.
A cocktail mixer space.
Hmm.
2 months he was, no. So eventually my partner's father,
Hmm.
uncle, is a very chill guy.
Hmm.
So he called up my father. He said, अगर बच्चे करना चाह रहे करने दो.
हाँ.
की गल है, this is Punjabi की गल है.
हाँ.
ऐसा वैसा, but eventually, if your best friend is telling you to do something, you do it. You totally let them start. So that's how my partner's uncle played a major role. My partner's father played a major role in helping me,
Hmm.
Because I've decided one thing in my life that whatever I do, it has to be with his blessings. That even though independence is the key,
Right.
freedom is the key, but I think this is what freedom sounds like for me.
What is his take on it now? Like, how does he?
As a man who's always seen कितना बेचा कितना खर्चा हुआ कितना कमाया
हाँ.
कि what is that profit you're getting, which is zero right now because whatever we're expanding, we're taking money and expanding.
Hmm. You're burning money right now.
Right.
But like, do you come at a break even at least on a yearly basis? Like, do you calculate
Last
that
2
figure?
months, yes.
Wow.
So eventually what happened was when we started TopCan, we filled our can.
Hmm.
Josh said that yes, we've made it,
Hmm.
and we put it out in Delhi. A week down, everything leaked.
Okay.
The lids weren't perfect.
Hmm.
We took it back. China again.
Hmm.
What is the mistake?
Hmm.
Get it again.
Hmm.
Sample it again. So it took us 6-7 months of piloting as well.
Okay.
And in that optimism era of we've done it, we made hires कि ठीक है Delhi में we have a person who will try to put it into stores. So that salary kept on running.
Hmm.
And we didn't want to leave him because he was a good asset. Thanks to God, he's doing good for us.
Hmm.
Now that we've perfected our cans, it's fit to go into the market. It's going to the markets in the past 6 months, and he alone has opened up 300 stores for us in Delhi.
What are the key takeaways you feel would be great for people who plan to start something of their own, like to just address the audience की जो खुद का कुछ start करने का सोचते हैं? Is college a good time to do it, or is it after college? Is an MBA required? Like, what do you feel is the correct pathway?
I think nothing is required.
Experience.
Yeah.
My father didn't have experience. Your determination is required. What do you want to do? And if you want it so bad, it will come to you. We wanted it so bad that we left it. Ki, this concept is not happening only.
Hmm.
Who are we small people trying to do something that Coke or Pepsi people are already doing? Who are we to compete against them? Who are we to,
Right.
even think of an idea that this is possible?
Hmm.
But it came to us. I've always wanted to start something because I've been fueled by that.
Hmm.
My father started something. I want to start something of myself. But again, different people have different. But I think the most important thing is today, in our generation,
Hmm.
where everyone is thinking of new ideas and thousands of things are coming every day. If you wanted to go into beverages 20 years ago, the market was open to you. Coke और Pepsi के अलावा कोई नहीं था.
बेशक.
And if you go into a store today and see how many beverages are available, you'll be confused. उठाओ कौन सा?
Hmm.
What do you want? So, I think you should pick the right thing. If you would have given me a choice, I'm
Yeah.
just putting a question
Yeah,
myself.
yeah,
Ki, what would you have started, let's say, 3 years ago? I still think to this about this. But TopCan is something I really care about, and I want to make it grow. But I would have started something which could have integrated into my business in a positive way. That would have given me a better valuations within me. I'm not talking about money, but valuation in the business that Ronak has done something to improve the business.
Okay.
Because I had that platform to do it. Most people don't. I'm lucky enough to have that platform. Could have done something.
You had that slight advantage.
I will start this. I want to start this. It's something my father does it. So my father is a religious man. He has pandits in Kedarnath or wherever, Tripura and Vaishno Devi, that whenever is accessible, the pandit video calls him and he sees the video, and every month one of his parcels come in, and Papa tells me that हमारी परिवार की पूजा वहाँ हम डेली कराते रहते हैं. So I think if you are doing it,
why can't
once people want
a billion
to do
other people do it?
It means people want to do it. People are doing it. People believe it. कि ठीक है, अगर कोई someone is praying for me, that works. And
the motivation is the underlying issue to resolve.
Yeah. So that connect I wanted to do. Let's see.
That's an amazing idea, definitely. So, like you also mentioned you were in boarding school since a very young age of yours.
Class 3, 4, I was in boarding school. I was in Vellum Boys until grade 10th, and I went to go to Sarla Bida 11 for my 11th, 12th.
Bangalore,
Sarla Bida Academy, Bangalore.
Wow.
Yes.
So, like, how did that shape you? Like, eventually staying out of your hometown since such a long time and then coming back, starting things of your own. Like, how did that journey go about?
If you would have asked me on my last year in college, I was horrified. I've stayed outside, made my own decisions. But in whatever restricted space I was in a boarding school, it was still my life. No one could tell me that, think this or do this. It was whatever I wanted to do, eat, whatever. Eat, not eat. So in my last year of college, when, a lot of my friends came back from, colleges 5 years ago, 2 years ago, bhaiyas. So I called them up, bhaiya, what is the scene like? It's like, job कर ले 2-3 साल. मजे करके आना. यहाँ कुछ नहीं है. Imagine I've stayed in Singapore, Dubai, and suddenly shifting Bangalore and suddenly shifting back to Guwahati.
right?
I've always thought I will come here and do business with my dad. It was very later.
That was decided.
Yeah, it was decided. It was probably decided before I was even born that my son will do my business. That's how our expectations are from, I can't blame him. So before coming, it was in my mind कि मुझको जाना ही पड़ेगा, business करना ही है. But it was very later, last year in college, मैं जाके क्या करूँगा? कॉलेज में पढ़ाई होती नहीं थी. मैंने कुछ बिजनेस के बारे में सीखा नहीं. What can I help with? Papa said, come experience the business. So with TopCan, probably utilization of time took me to places. But my father had very strict upbringings for me. I used to go to the cement plant and I used to work on grounds for 2 years. Besides working on TopCan, obviously.
On grounds as in?
In the factory inside it.
Floor shop.
He taught me to learn how the mixing is done, how the repair work is done. Every repair work, you have to stand on top of them, see what they're doing. How does the lab look like? So I was like, Papa, मैं क्यों करूँ ये? I could sit in the office and,
Supervise.
supervise. I said, no, do it. चलिए ठीक है.
Till you learn that you can't supervise.
Yeah, I realized that
Yeah.
2 years down the line that so some of my employees were, cement plant employees were telling me this didn't happen because of this. And I said, this is not possible because this can't happen. Some technicalities. So I started understanding because it is not just put this in the machine and pack this out.
Correct.
It is not that. From the top, it looks very easy, but you go deep down, there are 1,000 things.
Environment issue, labor issue, machinery breakdown.
Everything. Everything. And you realize that everything is somewhat interconnected, but you start picking up those things. But if you're, and the problem with people is, they're start taking advantage of you. If they know I'm there, even though I'm there to work, I'm not there to supervise or you run the plant, they think of me as whatever you say, मालिक का बेटा. ये हमारा मालिक है. तो अगर मैं पूछता हूँ कि ये क्यों हुआ, he used to turn around for me. But eventually I realized and they realized, I realized, and they stopped taking me for granted. I realized how important it is to be on the ground. You can't sit over without anything. You have that too. You have to have that mind on your own.
You have to have the know-how.
Know-how. Very, very, very correct. That took a lot of my time. To answer your question, that process took a lot of my time. And you would be surprised. I loved doing what I do so much. I didn't go out to socialize. Very rarely. I know Dishant, a few people, but I don't meet them very often. I truly today also, I woke up and I went to the plant because I love it. I love the synergy it makes. I love the sound it makes. And it instills
It's a part
something.
of your daily life.
It becomes a part of, it's like, it's become my best friend. I want to spend time with it.
There's a very small percentage of people who actually enjoy working or, make it a part of a life, looking forward to it. There's always a cribbing stage with people, especially of like if I talk to my friends, most of them are like, "Achha, काम नहीं करना है, क्यों करना पड़ रहा है?" Like waking up on a Monday is not a dream for them. So
yeah, that's very correct.
Yeah.
But probably things change at people at my age, I think. At 25, 26, you realize this has to be your life. The sooner you accept it,
वो समझ आती है.
the sooner you accept it, your life becomes easier from that day. ये ठीक है. एक टाइम था जो तूने मस्ती कर ली, तूने बहुत enjoy कर लिया. Life has given you that option. Don't regret it that it won't come back. Just know it that it has happened. It has happened. And if you want to live that same kind of life again, you need to push for it. Eventually, who wants to work for the rest of their lives? Work 24/7. You'll have a life in the future. So, how can you cut down on time?
But to be able to build that, you really need to work hard today.
Right.
So Ronak, tell us more about your brand. What is the sales strategy that your brand deploys, offline versus online? And where do you see your brand going in the next 5 to 10 years in terms of growth prospects, market, revenue figures, etc.?
I want my brand to be the leading FMCG brand in India. When in terms, simple terms, when we started this brand, we thought, I'll speak in Hindi.
हाँ बिल्कुल.
Because it was actually in Hindi. कि अगर मैं 2,500 रुपए की बोतल खरीदता हूँ, तो वो एडिशनल 2,500 रुपए का धंधा देता है.
अच्छा.
In terms of रेड बुल ले लो, चिकन ले लो, पनीर टिक्का ले लो, probably restaurant ले लो, the AC you're sitting in, the travel ले लो, whatever you think, चकना ले लो, chips ले लो. So it gives that amount of business. That is our thinking. So we want to be in that 2500 extra rupees space to start with.
Okay.
We want to give you mixers,
Ah.
we want to give you tonic sodas, waters,
Hmm.
we want to give you normal RTDs to mix it up with whatever you want. We probably want to give you those chaknas that you buy. That whenever you think alcohol, that let's say I want to drink with my friends, or I'm going out for a party, or
Time have a good time with friends, you think about TopCan.
you think about TopCan. That is where I want my brand to be. And future on, I want to. I'm fascinated about ice creams, but let's see where it takes us.
Ah.
Future mein. And I'm fascinated about very good RTD drinks, which are not mixer spaces, but like rose, a Roafza. Is a fantastic drink.
Ah.
I love it. I love the guts out of it. But imagine if you get the same flavor in a carbonated form,
Right.
on a lesser sweeter note. It's a game changer drink. So let's see where it takes us. But there are a lot of ideas. We keep trying new beverages. But in terms of current sales right now, we are at approximately more than 1,000 stores.
Physical stores.
Physical stores. We started
Across India.
across half of India. We're currently in NCR, we're in Punjab, we're in Gujarat, we're in Maharashtra, Pune, Bombay, Bangalore, and Goa, Northeast.
Gujarat being a tri-state.
Our sales are picking up there. I mean, I have nothing else to say on top of that. People are buying it. People are buying it. That's all we know.
Self-consumption.
Yeah, self-consumption might be. We started off very offline eccentric and primarily targeting liquor shops, because that was a primary exact 100% target match. People who come to buy liquor. So we started off with that, because online, as a new brand, no quick commerce platform even entertains you.
Okay.
We kept on trying for quick commerce for a year, and we just clicked on quick commerce. We started Blinkit in Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, NCR, Punjab, Bangalore, Bombay, and Goa. And we're in talks with Zepto to close a deal again for Maharashtra and Karnataka. So quick commerce is what we're starting right now.
Okay.
Because as you know, if you're not a known or a big brand, because their dark stores are very precious,
Hesitant.
space constrained, and that space is very precious for a brand. So that's where TopCan didn't fit in then, but now it's started to fit in because of the sales. With being more than 1,000 shops, our sales are picking up. People are knowing the brand. People are recognizing the brand. The brand recall is there now. And at liquor shops, people know what the brand is now. If they buy a vodka bottle, they buy 4 Cosmopolitans with it. If they're buying a whiskey bottle, they buy 4 Gold Rushes with it. We're seeing that traction on their own. So that is what, and probably we're giving a good mark. And plus, it's a less calorie drink than other mixes out in the market. So if you pick up a can, it's 25 calories a drink, plus the alcohol you add, but you don't get a cocktail under 25 calories, maintaining the same taste and the consistency. That's what our aim was. That's been good. And this month we're touching 30-35 lakhs of revenue, and we're on road to touching 50 in the next 2-3 months. And then we're thinking of, going into the funding space.
Got it.
So also, as you mentioned different industries, you've also mentioned hospitality. So about that, any new projects that have been coming up? You want to talk about the old ones?
We, as a group, just opened another resort in Pobitara.
Okay.
It's called Rhino and River.
Pobitara Sanctuary in Assam.
It's an hour drive from here. It is a joint collaboration with the ATDC department, where we've jointly collaborated on a PPP model, and we've developed that property. And it's a 16-room boutique property, more of an experiential resort. Not like a normal resort that you can, just walk into. You go there for a week, 3-4 days. And we just opened 3 months ago. 2 months was into what do you call it?
The launching.
The small snacks, the
Yeah.
launching, the
Yeah.
commissioning,
Uh-huh.
the trials,
Yeah.
the food trials, everything that were commissioning. We just officially opened 2 weeks back
Yeah. To the public.
the-
Now
for
it's
the public.
okay. Wow.
So once you go in, you can't come out. That is the same. Okay. The food is on us. The drinks are on us. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, whatever you want.
It's a
is
whole
on us.
package.
It's a whole package. And you come here. We have a spa there, a world-class spa there. And it's just an hour drive. So it's on the banks of Brahmaputra, firstly. And I think there is no other resort on the banks of Brahmaputra in Assam right now. Or even on the banks of Brahmaputra in India. So I think we're the only ones, or probably the first, to open it on the banks.
Interesting.
And the more interesting part is, Brahmaputra gets flooded
Right.
every year. So our resort is on an elevated platform.
Okay.
So when Brahmaputra floods, it gives you like a Maldives feeling for a particular time of the year,
Right.
which is right now because it's rainy season.
Right.
So that is the unique thing about a property.
So, like I think we've discussed a lot about your businesses, the things you've handled, things you've done by yourself. What does a typical day in your life look like? Like from the morning, like till the end, like how does it look like? You said you did not like during the initial years, you did not socialize much, just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Your morning starts with visiting the plant. So, like, how does a day look like?
So my morning, the day is constantly changing by the season because some days something else is important, some days something else is important. But I usually wake up early and I try to come to Guwahati early. I just had a back problem, so the sports and physical recreation is a bit out of the question the last 6-7 months. So what I did instead is I wake up early and I come to Guwahati and I take a specific place where I sit for an hour or two where I can work. Because as soon as the 9-10 o'clock clock bangs on 10, the phone starts ringing. And if you're in the office, people start coming in. So I take a place, I sit there for an hour or two, do my planning, then go to office, sit there. Again, depends. If I have to go to a plant, the day looks different. Typically, I come a whole day at office, and I've started a new thing to cycle back to home.
Acha.
I have
Cycle
a
by
back
15 20
problem.
kilometers.
Yeah. So the doctor says you can cycle.
Acha.
Start cycling. So thought, so I take a cycle. I cycle from Guwahati to approximately until the mountain you know about, because
Khanapada point.
yeah, Khanapada point, and then I go back home. So and I go back home by 9 o'clock. Yeah, that's how my day looks like. It's a very basic day. I mean, nothing else, nothing much.
So yeah, that was it from our side. Thank you so much for being a co-host today. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. And after this, I think we can find this in our nearby stores, yeah, in Guwahati.
Pretty sure we can.
Okay, wow. Thank you so much for being a part. Thank you.